All right, well, I got about an hour till kickoff, so I think
there we
we're
go.
Great.
Okay. We got a built-in timeline. This, recording on football Sunday can be interesting. I had my Patriots hoodie on, but shame because they just got safetied in the end zone, and I'm like, you know what? We're 1-5, and you know what? It's just that's how it's gonna be.
That's just gonna be reality for quite a while, man. Trust me. From a tenured Dallas Cowboys fan, I can tell you about the dark days that are ahead of you, my friend, and my heart.
I don't need a therapy session yet. Look, the season's over, but it's not over, if you know what I mean. There's still games to be played. Will I watch them? I don't know.
You might find something more valuable to do with your time. But here we are, back at it, me and my bro recording again. New set for Dave. What kind of movies you filming over here, guy? What do you got going on behind you?
Nothing. What are you talking about? Oh, you can see that.
Yeah, you got like a camera near a bed, but it's not pointed at the bed.
Exactly. It's not pointed at the bed because I'm not filming anything on the bed. It's for my my new sports set, as you can see right there.
You're doing yearbook photos.
Yeah, for every athlete of all time.
I love that business model.
It's, it's not working out great yet, but we'll see. We'll get there.
So you were filming a ton of stuff over there today.
A ton. I have been. So I'll be able to announce what that is November 22nd. But so that's the main reason for the set. But I can use the set multi-purpose like we've talked about. So I can record stuff for Double Play, the new company. I can record whatever. I leave it there and with the big light, which I turned on and kind of looks good because it's like a little pool of light in the background.
Oh, yeah.
So I just left it set up. I can walk in anytime I got an idea, pop down on the stool, and just, say my piece.
Ready to roll, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting that exclusive here soon of what you've been up to.
I mean, I think you're the only other person that knows because you're the only other person that signed an NDA. So you and me can talk about it in private, but we can't talk about it on this.
Not to our 3 listeners, no.
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Oh, man, that's too good.
That's pretty much it. And if you saw when I panned the camera real quick, I went to there's a monthly card show in New Hampshire in Dover at the Elks. So I got some pickups today.
Is it over on Route 16, Ossipee?
It's not an Ossipee, but it is on Route 16, bro. Route 16, Ossipee, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. The Granite State.
I got a slabber in here. Nice little slab. I got Steve Nash, rookie. Chet. I got Jalen Williams. I've been my whole idea with collecting is, okay, I'm going to buy stuff I can sell, but also I'm going to build the biggest collection of Santa Clara sports memorabilia ever assembled.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool, man.
And then long term, I'm going to make it look great and sell it back to the university for at least as much tuition as I paid to go there.
Let's go, dude. Brilliant business model.
Full circle.
I love that. Yeah.
One I think you'll really appreciate after this Jordan slab, which is cool. This 8.
Dude, that's a sick card right there. Tongue out, just dunking on him.
Got it for $20. I can sell it for $50.
Dude.
Comping on eBay.
Triple play collectibles is more like it.
Triple play, baby. What else did I get? I got a couple other cool signatures, but the one I really wanted to show you is this Tony Atlas.
Oh, dude.
Signed 85 card.
Wow, that looks legitimately like his signature, too.
And here's the whole story behind it. I get talking to the guy. He goes, yeah, I'm actually good friends with Tony, and he does stuff with me all the time. Tony Atlas is like an artist, so he draws a bunch.
Yeah, he's really good, too.
He's like, he'll draw anything you want, and he loves working, so if you want him to come do a signing or something, he'll do it.
Oh, man.
So I made the link. The networking was probably the best part of the card show today.
Dude. What? If Tony Atlas is at your shop for a signing or art, dude, I'm coming.
I mean, I'm just thinking about it right now, and if we're doing the grand opening, he's a Mainer. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Maybe if I can get the most famous Mainers I know or can get and get them in the same room, have you there, Tony Atlas?
Wow.
Who knows?
Thank you. Rob Steele, Tony Atlas, and Spose. Let's go.
I mean, dude, come on, Tom Caron.
Right. Did I ever tell you about the time I met Tony Atlas?
You haven't, and this is a great time to tell me that story.
I know, dude. You just see when we jump on here, you just remind me of things that I've long forgotten about.
Yeah.
I went to a local independent wrestling show in Maine with Hazard, right? And I think I was there to like manage him out of the ring.
Amazing. Love that.
Like wrap him down, and we were coming down to get your cake up, you know?
Yes.
So I'm there early with all the guys, and I'm just kind of hanging around Hazard. I'm just fascinated by the whole thing. Like, wow, like this is so cool. And,
yeah.
You know, the locker room, and they're talking out here and going over their match, and Tony Atlas is there, and he's helping promote the show, and he's on the show.
Amazing.
And all of a sudden, this still huge, jacked up black dude starts waving me over. I'm like, it's Tony Atlas. I'm not going to disrespect him.
I got to go over there.
Right. And he goes, Mark, your match is up first. What are you doing standing around? And I was like, what? He goes, your match is first on the card. Why aren't you in your gear yet? And then Hazard had to step in. Oh, no, this is my buddy Jeff. He's here to help, manage me. He's like, oh, where's Mark? His match is first, and he storms off.
Mark, come on, Mark. Where is Mark to this day? Where's Mark?
I don't know if he ever made it out the curtain, to be fair.
Your match is first. Dude, it's like one of those scenes that they do on like Family Guy, or you be standing in Best Buy with a blue shirt. You are late for the fourth time. Get over here. Like, me?
Would you get
I don't. And then you're like, okay, fine. And you just start working, even though you don't work there.
Here we go. Yeah, how can I help you guys?
You're like, my gear, I do keep it in the car. I'll go get it.
Here we go.
I'll be in the match.
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, it was so funny. And for some reason, I had totally forgotten all about that until you started mentioning the card you got.
Yeah, dude. It was... what was nice about this show is a lot of people had their cards organized, and at least by sport, and this time it was by autographs and like relics, and this was one of the autos, and I had just picked up the Hogan rookie card. Wasn't signed, but I think I could probably build out this whole 85 Titan Sports set.
Titan Sports, that's before the big sale to Endeavor. That was their company name.
Yeah, so Tony Atlas, see, I didn't know, but we just pivoted right off of that. So the sports cards thing's been cool. What else I got? The electricians, I think, are almost done. I have somebody developing the sign. There's just a ton of stuff toward the end of getting the shop open that I've had to to get on. And at the same time, you've been out there like buying up every good figure in the Denver area.
Man, I'm out here, bro. I'm trying to find a good bargain out here, dude. And when things go on sale, you can find me where the sale is, and I got overstock building up in the closet here of a bunch of WWE Elites and specifically 4-packs, right?
Dude.
Because as soon as those puppies aren't on sale anymore, and as soon as they disappear from the shelves at your local Targets, they're going to find them available at Out the Box in Thornton, Colorado. I'm going to have them there for you. JR always has your back.
You're going to be hoarding all the figures, dude. They're going to be empty. They're going to put up those signs like they used to for like Pokemon and baseball cards at Target. Like, hey, yo, we can only sell you 1 to 2 packs per.
1 pack, yeah. Dude, I actually had that happen to me. When I was out hunting for the new Ultimate Edition Rock figure, which is probably one of the best looking figures that I own, they hadn't put it out yet on the shelves. So I'm not afraid to go up and strike up a conversation and start talking to, Daryl about, hey, where's this figure? It says it's in stock. Can you go get it? And they did, but the guy comes out with 1. And I go, well, I want 1 for my shelf, and I want 1 to keep in the box. And he goes, because it's a collector's item, I can only give you 1 legally. I was like, okay, well, this is bullshit. There's no
legally, no.
Yeah, there's no law here, dude. Okay, but I'll respect your wishes. So I just went 10 minutes down to the next one and picked up a second one.
Make me drive.
Give
me a discount. Come on, man. I had to spend more money on gas because of you.
Yeah. Well, that was the first time I ever encountered something like that, where it was like, limit 1 to 2 per person.
Damn. It's not like there was a stampede or anything of people, like a Black Friday.
No, but surprisingly, this was the only time that I had ever been to a Target like 10 minutes before they opened on like a Saturday morning. No, it was a Sunday morning.
Wow.
And dude, I'll tell you, I couldn't believe how many people were already in the parking lot just hanging out waiting to get in.
What were they buying? They're like, gotta get that toilet paper.
No, I think it was just like Halloween decorations and stuff. You know what I mean?
Or like, I need those webs, yo.
Yeah, or like a good deal on soap. I don't know. And then I experienced the same thing at TJ Maxx. I went there. I found 2 top picks, Roman Reigns Elite figures. Yeah. They retail for $23. I scored 2 of them because these 2, the boxes were still intact. $8 a pop. And I can sell those for $15, and they're under retail, and I'm still making money. So I was pretty pumped up about that. But dude, all the hens, they go out to TJ Maxx. And mind you, in the morning here in Colorado, we're like halfway through October. It's about 45 degrees outside.
Ooh, it's getting nippy.
It's a little bit nippy. But people are outside waiting for them to unlock the doors to just barrel their way in to, I don't know, whatever you would buy at TJ Maxx.
What do you buy? Besides figures, what do you buy there? Because I've been there to look for clothes, and they just don't have the selection. Like usually, I'll go to Savers for the vintage stuff, but
once in a while, you could find like a cool, 90s print T-shirt, like a Sonic, or I know we got our Garfield ones there. Like every once in a while, you'll find some cool stuff, but that's very few and far between. But I think we're going to have to talk to some expert, TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshall shoppers, like when to go and what to get. Because there are people, I guarantee you, that were there that aren't in the toy space or the video game space or any of that kind of stuff. But I guarantee you they were picking up like maybe it was backpacks or candles or whatever, and they're flipping those and probably making a fortune, and we're missing the boat because we're chasing the plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole world of like flipping common household items that I know you can make money at it. It's just not as visually appealing to me. Yeah. Plus, like, if I go to Burlington, I picked up a couple cool coats the other day. I can like wear them, use them as marketing, and then also sell them and just turn it around. But I can't be just out here rocking backpacks. Like, hey, yo, look at my backpack. Who wants to buy it? $20.
Well, one of the things that it also could have been was parents trying to get supplies for their kids for like on the cheap, because you know how expensive back to school is.
They wait. It's like Halloween candy. Like you wait until November 1st to get good Halloween candy prices. So you wait till school's already been open for a month to get back to school clothes. I don't have any clothes. 100%. We're waiting till October, but school starts in September. I don't care.
Yeah, you got to be crafty about it, man. And it kind of makes me think about like when me and my sister would go back to school. Like her clothes were always so cheap. She would have so many outfits. Yeah. And maybe I would have like 3, maybe 4. Man. And that's pushing it. So it's got to be tough, man. Back to school, dude.
I haven't even thought about back to school shopping in forever, but like my niece is a freshman in high school, and
that is just crazy to me.
To say that is aging myself.
Oh my goodness,
yourself.
Dude. What?
And Ryan had to take her back to school shopping. It must be way harder to take like your daughter back to school shopping, I would think, because like you said, there's so many outfits, and I don't know, the world of women's fashion is just, it's a little beyond my knowledge base, so I'm
surprised he wasn't like, go with your mother.
Yeah, go with your mother, figure it out. She probably did, and he was like, we're gonna go get the pencils and the pens, or I guess nowadays, what is it, just like a battery for your iPad? Or
I think so, man. Like
there's no more pencils.
As soon as you walk into middle school, they get you an iPad and a MacBook Pro. Like, here you go,
man.
Jeez.
It's just kind of wild to me, like cursive. When we were going to school, cursive was no longer taught, and everything's moving digital. I think people still write on paper at school. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been inside of a school.
It's been a while.
Every time I say that, I have to sing that little thing. I want to switch gears and talk about we've been talking about my new venture, the shop, but you have a new kind of a job. It's not. It's call it a new like role and responsibility.
Yeah, I was actually gonna bring that up, and it's something that just like my current gig, I didn't go to school for, so there's no back to school shopping required. But they got a pretty, it's at least it's exciting for me. So a little bit of an exciting announcement here. Starting this week, every Sunday night, 7 to midnight, your boy is going country. I'm going to be on Colorado's New Country, 106.7 The Bull. Horns up, Denver.
Oh, man. That's so cool, dude. It's a hop along homie, I think is what you were calling yourself.
Basically, yeah. And I'm pretty excited about it, I think, because I get to learn a new format. And I'm one shift in, right? As we're recording this, I'm going to be on the air in about an hour and a half.
The magic of radio, people.
Yeah. And I'm learning as much as it's different, it's very much the same. It's just your target audience is like 10 to 15 years older.
Okay.
So I was like, well, shoot, I'm 10 to 15 years older. This is great.
This is just for me.
Yeah, no, totally. And I don't know, man. It was cool. And there's already a couple of tracks that I picked out that I'm like, Dave would dig these too. He really would. I talked up this one song. I couldn't tell you the name of the artist. I'm still trying to get familiar with him. I know a few of them, but the song is something about heads Carolina, tails California.
Sweet.
See if she can fall for a boy from South Georgia. And I was like, Dave would love this song. And this was super fun to talk up.
Dude, the world of country. Who's like hot in country right now?
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. The guy he's from Nashville, right?
I don't know. He's from a prison. I know that for sure.
All right. Well,
and people love him.
I want to say
he has some really good music.
And there's also
Lainey Wilson.
Who's the one guy? Morgan
Chris
Wallen.
Stapleton. Morgan Wallen.
Everybody's been
shaved
talking
his
about
head.
him.
Looks like Fred Durst now. I love it.
Oh, man. All right. So you got this whole new world you're learning. But, like you said, since so much of it's the same, you're like, oh, I know how to do radio. Like it's become like old hat to you. So you got a bunch of strengths, and I know you know how to cover all the weaknesses of like, all right, well, if I don't know this about this artist, let me just talk about this part.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like once I actually, start to get engulfed in the culture like I am currently with pop, it's like, forget about it. Like I fully anticipate on being really, really good at it. And I accept the challenge of trying to learn a new format that I would always joke about all this year. Hey, if you ever need help on the bull, RJ's got you covered, And, one day I might have to take you up on that. Hey, if you ever need help on the bull, hop along homie's here to jump in, I might have to take you up on that.
That's funny.
And finally it was like, hey, we need some help. And Sunday night would be a great spot. Like, would you do it? I said, of course I would. Like, I've been offering all year, just because it only adds to my value whenever the opportunity comes to where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do next. It's like not only can you do CHR, but you can do country now as well.
Right.
So I think there's just added benefit in knowing two different formats. I don't know both yet. I don't really know country yet, but I'm going to get there. And I think all the experience that I've had over the last decade in pop is going to help fast track me, rather than starting out fresh.
Dude, this is what we do on this show. We push boundaries, and we're just trying to grow. I think it's going to be cool when we look back in like 100 episodes or something and be like, dude, remember when you started doing country and now we're at some dope country concert like backstage?
Right. Yeah. And now we're at the CMAs.
Yo, do you have your hat and cowboy boots? Like, are you still new to that? Did you go out shopping? You got to do some promo pics, I feel like.
Well, okay. I was trying to dig through my phone and find this one specific photo of while living in Nashville, I interviewed Lil Nas X when Old Town Road exploded.
Yeah, that was, dude, that was huge.
and I'm wearing a cowboy hat, and I got the fake horse.
That was funny. Where is it?
I don't know, man. I was trying to dig through the phone, and I couldn't find that picture because I wanted to share it. Like, hey, y'all, I'm going country. I'm on the Bold and Night. Tune in,
But
I can't find it.
But where's the pony?
Dude, those are probably still back in Nashville. I have no idea. But he looked at me like I was crazy when I pulled those things out, man.
I
didn't, whatever. I didn't care.
I feel like I'm always surprised when artists are surprised by that because, like, dude, don't you know what's going on in the world? Like, this is just like tongue in cheek, like, haha, so you have a horse.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, it's not making fun. It's not poking fun. To me, it was having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of looking forward to with this whole thing, man, is just having fun and, learning a different format. And I'm already, like I said, quickly learning how very much it's the same. But it's exciting, dude, because even though I love what I do every day on hits and going in there and doing my show and broadcasting and making content, and I've been pumping out a ton lately, it's like, it gets to a point where it's all just routine, right?
Yeah.
You have your boxes for the day. I got to do this, got to make sure I do those two things, and then I'm out. Well, now with this, it's like I'm already looking forward to going to work, but now I have a little bit extra something to look forward to, an extra challenge that's like, this is going to be fun to dive into and really learn this world. And tonight's week 1.
Dude, congrats. Y'all got to hear it here first. His first official promotion of your new gig. So that's exciting. I'm going through there's too much new stuff being thrown at me right now. And so I'm having a hard time structuring what I do for my day because it just changes. So it's very hard to get time where I can edit or shoot that's uninterrupted. So I have to take my watch off, put my phone aside, and just people are going to have to come knock on my door if they need my help.
I mean, dude, sometimes that's the only way that you can really get things done. It's like even when I'm at work and I need to use my phone for work, it's on Do Not Disturb.
Nice.
It's like it needs to be there for when I need to do this post or this caption or this video or this tweet, whatever it is. But it's like, if it's not, you'll just have people just blowing you up about nothing.
Yeah. And you don't want to get mad. And I was thinking about this concept a lot. I didn't know if we'd get to it for the show, but there's some of my friends, and most of the ones like you I've known a long time, like you just kind of get it. You're busy. You got a million things to do too. And so even when you see Do Not Disturb, you're like, well, I can still text Dave because I don't need a response right away. No. But then some people will follow up hours later, are you not responding to me for some reason? I'm just like, so then you have to say, no, I'm busy. That's all. And I don't know.
I'm trying to build an empire over here. Okay.
Yeah. It takes time. And I don't got people helping me. My dad, I have support, but I don't have someone around an assistant. And I just think some people are cool with you not responding right away and some people aren't. And right now, mostly it's just women that I'm talking to or have gone on dates with, and
look out.
Most of them have been needing too much attention, and then there's a couple that are cool that are you got a life to live. I get that. I do too. It'd be weird. It's I don't owe you anything. I don't know. I always get so much anxiety about that. I don't get anxiety about anything except please, who is writing me?
Oh my God. Who is writing me?
And you know what else popped up on Facebook was, did you know that 14 years ago, 14 years ago, I think, I posted our first Beats of the Week video on Facebook, the one that we produced. And in the video, you have a sidekick still, and you do the flip out, and you text me Beats of the Week ? And it was 5 different times we had staged it. And I had the first iPhone. It was my first iPhone, and it was I had a white case, and you had to do the swipe thing. There was the button. And
dude, that was ballin' 14 years ago, bro.
I know, dude. And we were in the old apartment on Lincoln Street, right by Santa Clara. That was what a time. And my favorite cut from the video, and I'll I'll probably post a link on social to like re-upload it to Instagram. I think I need to do that.
Oh yeah.
There's this cut where I'm like, the whole bit is I'm at work and you're just like, you just want to do beats of the week. And so I get home, sit on the couch, and you're like, beats of the week? And I'm like, oh, come on, bro, I'm just tired. I was like, hey,
you're like loosening up your time.
I'm losing my time. Like, hey,
kick it back.
Throw you a do? And you're like, I'll throw you a do. You're all mad. And just the action cut, you throw it and I catch it. I'm like, thanks. She's like, whatever.
Dude, and I hummed it.
You did, dude. It's such a good cut, man. So good.
Isn't that so crazy, bro? 14 years ago, we were making bits and film projects before the, content creator, saying had ever even been thought of. It's just wild to me.
We were just so far ahead of our time in the style of videos we wanted to make. And there was no TikTok and Instagram and there was no like short form apps, and our stuff was like in between, so we'd put it on YouTube or Facebook because
was Vine even a thing yet?
No, Vine wasn't around
Not
yet.
even close, right?
No.
Yeah.
So it's like we talk about with DNR. Like, imagine if we decided to do a music label, but it was the year like 2019.
Right. Instead of 2007.
Yeah, we would have had the platforms, like, but then again, Crank That Cowboys, that song would have had to come out in 2019.
I wasn't cranking nothing last week, boy.
No, you were not. That was ugly.
I'm hoping to be cranking something tonight,
good.
Folks.
Crank that eagle jab.
That jab, boy. I wonder how he did that.
If you're
hearing this right now and you got no idea what we're talking about,
there's a video. Okay, it's a rap song. So. JR's song, Crank That Cowboys, and then Joe edited a highlight. You guys edited a highlight video to the song, right?
Yep.
So you recorded to Soulja Boy's Crank That, but you came up with your own lyrics just about the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a video out there, and it got like 1 million views. And if you add up all the views that got reposted, it's in the millions and millions.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So this song is out there, so that's what we're talking about. But if that had come out like in 2019 with all the technological advancements, we would probably be doing music and content creation, and I don't think we would have full-time work.
No, dude, I think we would be touring through Texas.
We would
just
be
getting paid to play that one track live.
Over and over and over.
100%.
You would have been like a Weird Al homie.
Yeah, no, dude, absolutely. And I would have cashed the check and went to the next town.
It's an alternate universe. I think it exists somewhere out there in the quantum realm or something. So once upon a time, okay? But look at us now. We're still doing what we were doing 14 years ago. And that's a good thing.
No, dude, and it is. And we've figured out how to get paid for that now. You know what I mean? Which is the most, I don't want to say it's the most important thing, but it's certainly up there, I feel so grateful sometimes that I get to just make something every single day, whether it's a break on the air or it's this new venture with the country station. It's this podcast. It's this completely out there video that I shot at Out the Box Friday night, late night, while everybody else was out clubbing and thugging and rolling on dubbing, right? Me and Tiz are in the shop, lights off, strobes going, filming action figures and puppets.
I've heard this.
Say it out loud. It sounds crazy.
I've heard this story before, and I'd rather not think about the other one. So keep going.
Oh no, hold on here.
Keep going. Keep going.
Somebody's got to take the middle. Okay.
Okay, so there's strobes and action figures, and you guys are at the shop.
Yeah. So basically, I convinced Out the Box to throw a Halloween party that I can DJ, because I thought it'd be super fun, right?
Nice.
DJing Halloween parties are some of my favorite to do because the music is so fun, right? And you can go pretty hard, too.
Yeah.
And then you get to mix in all the toys and collectibles and the costumes and the video games. I'm like, this is going to be perfect. And we can do it during the day so it doesn't take away from anybody's night,
Right.
I go, but we can't just post a flyer. We can't just do a talking head video of, hey, come to the party or don't.
Whatever.
Whatever, bro. I'm drinking a Mountain Dew past midnight. I don't give a you know what?
Yeah. So you have to come up with a good promo video.
Yeah, and I was like, thinking back to the days where our pal and I, Joe, used to film action figure pay-per-views with like the Jack's Bone Crunchers,
it's
right?
A deep cut right there. That's like that's nerddom, everybody. Like you love a subject matter if you're making your own movies about it.
Oh yeah, nerd alert! By the way, we would literally set up storylines and voice characters and set up a stage and like the whole thing. So I was like, man, I feel like I'm 12, 13 years old again, playing with toys, sitting on the floor. And they have these puppets that they gave these personalities to that coincidentally you named one of them.
Oh, yeah, dude, I did.
Luther Tube Sock.
So good, dude.
From Thornwood, Colorado.
That's probably my coolest accomplishment for this whole year. Is getting to name a sock puppet.
You did, and then his boy Lopez. So I don't know, man. I just came up with this out there idea because they're like, yeah, we really want to push the puppets as like, the characters of the shop. Like,
would you say the idea was out the box?
It was out the box and over the fence is what it was, brother. Folks. So basically, Lopez is the main puppet, right? He's this greasy puppet. He's awesome. Basically, Luther Tube Sock gets surrounded by xenomorphs from the movie Aliens.
Okay.
Because they had a ton of xenomorph action figures in the store. I was like, we got to use these. These things are scary looking, right?
Yeah.
I go, what if the shop has been over it? Here's my pitch. Me and you are in the elevator, okay?
All right.
Imagine the toy shop has been overtaken by xenomorphs, right? There's dozens of them. They've taken over the shop, but we have a big Halloween party coming up in just a couple of weeks, and if we can't get rid of the xenomorphs, then we can't have the Halloween party. And Luther Tube Sock is being held captive by the xenomorphs. They're about to eat him, and there's only one man that can save him. So as Luther is surrounded by all the xenomorphs, he screams out, Lopez! Pez! 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 And it cuts to Lopez in bed with an overshot, and he wakes up. I gotta save out the box. I gotta save the party, and I gotta save Luther Tube Sock. So I filmed all of this, Dave. You're gonna be able to see it here this week.
I'm excited.
Lopez gets up. He puts on his tank top. He gets all of his guns out. He jumps on his skateboard, and he rolls into the shop. And he starts mowing down xenomorphs with these big guns. The funniest part you're going to see, and by the time this comes out, the video will be out, but the xenomorphs, like, they're packing more of a punch than he thought, right?
Right.
So Lopez does the whole whistles for backup.
Yep.
And do you remember way back in the day at Shaw's, you could get one of those little homie figurines out of the vending machine for like a quarter
in and crank. Yeah.
Yeah. They have thousands of them at Out the Box.
They got all the little homies.
So I go, Lopez is going to do the whistle, and then I'm going to cut to a shot, and I'm going to pan across, and we laid out 100 of those little homies. So he brought his homies as backup.
Oh, my God, dude.
And then a bunch of shenanigans ensue. And I'm so excited for you to see it because I get to be a total nerd. I get to just be completely out there. And we had so much friggin' fun filming this, and I got the bones cut of it done already. Nice. And now I got to go in and add the green screen guns and the sounds and it's just so silly. And it's all to announce to come to the Halloween party. It's like a mini movie. It's so stupid.
That's what's so great about making videos. That's like why I fell in love with like filmmaking in general, because then all your work is preserved forever. Like,
yeah,
you have the cool story of like how you put it together and having fun at the shop, but other people who could see this video just out of context, out of nowhere, be like, yo, is this a weird promo for a Halloween party? And what's up with like this character that looks like he's straight out of Crank Yankers, like saving the day? I'm looking forward to that.
There's one scene, I don't want to spoil it for you, but Lopez, his sensei, shows up to give him some words of wisdom.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. All right. Yeah, no.
It's like you saw the one that I made about the briefcase hangs in the balance and bubble, like all that stuff. So it's right along those same kind of lines. It's just completely out there, silly. It's puppets and toys and nerds and fun. And yeah, dude, I'm having a blast with all this stuff right now.
I love it. I love that, dude. It's been like a shift, I think, for you. I feel like in the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes, and I guess over like the past couple months, where your mindset has just like shifted into this new place, and I can see a lot more growth for you in places that before you'd be uncomfortable, like wanting to venture out and be like, maybe this won't work, and now you're just like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, because I'm just gonna keep going anyway.
Yeah, totally, dude, and that's cool for you to be able to see, because it's a real conscious effort that I'm trying to make. Like I'm putting in a ton of time and effort and thought into something that might seem as simple as, we'll change the way you think. It's like, well, it's a lot more
easier said than done, man.
Yeah, so I've been really, really working on that, and I think you're right, man. Like, as of late, it was always kind of, well, I mean, it's fine if I enjoy these things, and I don't ever fault anybody for being a fan of anything. I think that's why we're here, to have whatever brings us joy, as long as it doesn't hurt or harm anybody, do it, right?
Yeah, that's the phrase. Don't yuck somebody's yum.
Yeah, I never heard that. I like that.
It's like they like it for some reason, so just let them be.
I'm gonna have to write that line for Luther Tube Sock.
Dude,
that's his Lopez. Don't what do they say? Don't yuck somebody's yum. It's taking forever to get to it.
Oh man.
But yeah, I just been really letting that nerd flag fly, man, and just going out there, and I don't know, man. I don't have it all figured out. All right, I don't have all the answers, but I'm making a conscious effort to change the way I think, change my approach on stuff, and, really just stay in what we're doing right now. Just live in your moment and your time. And the biggest hurdle was always thinking about what's next, what disaster is around the corner.
Right.
But once I really started practicing mindfulness, it's something that I don't have all figured out. Like I couldn't coach somebody on it, right?
Right.
But from personal experience, just the practice and the thought and effort that I put into it, it's really helping, man. Like I still have days that are tough. I want to reach out. Damn, Dave, what are you doing? I'm having a rough go, but I just refocus and refocus and refocus. And I think that fly from your shot is in my shot now. What the hell is going on?
Yes, it's gone. Well, gone for me.
How did it get over here?
Digital, bro.
Yeah, digital flies.
Yeah, that's it's just great to hear, because all our conversations off of the show is like just massive growth, man. That's what I like seeing out of myself, out of other people.
Yeah.
Just you found a way to look within to figure it out. And this might seem like a weird transition, but it's more of like a mindset shift I'm trying to help in the space of collecting. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of influencers are, I don't know if they're knowingly doing this or unknowingly, but they're making card collecting too much like gambling. And what I mean is it's like, you have to go and buy a box and rip a pack, and maybe you'll pull the one card that's like worth some money, where really I want to focus on the people that like, I just want to collect Santa Clara stuff. Right. I
think that's so cool. Yeah.
I don't care if it's 10 cents or $100 or 1,000. Yep. If I can get a good deal, that's what I like to collect. And then in the shop, of course I want to make a profit, but I'm not trying to get an arm and a leg for stuff. And I don't want to promote only selling new things. Like, hey, I'm going to have the new stuff, but come in, rip the Pokemon, and to see if you can get the Charizard first edition holo, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous mentality to put into kids' minds, because the kids, especially with Pokemon and with sports, they're going to think, oh man, I got to spend all this money to be involved. And you don't have to spend all your money.
No. And that's a perfect analogy is gambling. It's like you got blackjack, you got roulette, and then you got box breaks, right? it goes as far as to, I saw this dad at a collector shop here in town on FaceTime with his like maybe 7-8-year-old son. And his son had to like coach him on what boxes to buy. And they bought this like 91 NFL set with like Dan Marino on the front. And I'm overhearing this. Dad, it's supposed to have this card in it, and we could get this one, and if we get that one, and we get this one.
Then it's worth,
Yeah. Just everything you said, and he's like 8-9 years old, dude. It's crazy. And his dad like bought this $450 freaking box of cards. I'm like, holy smokes. Just in hope that they can pull a certain card out of that.
Yeah.
I just gamble that. I mean, that's the best way to put it. That's not what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. It's just like, don't promote it that way, because I see this one guy who promotes Pokemon, and he always keeps saying, invest now, hurry, invest now.
Yeah.
I'm like, it just sounds desperate. And I'm not trying to say don't make money. Like, you have a business, but it's just not quite the way, like, long-term thinking, it doesn't quite pan out. I want to have a shop that lasts a long time.
Yeah.
And I want to make it for, like, what happened to actually collecting? Like, I love, like, 90s basketball, even, like, the weird bad players. Like, I picked up a Darko Milicic, who got picked
Never
before.
Heard of it. Sounds great.
He was the number one pick. I think he was picked before Carmelo. It was, like, LeBron, Darko, Carmelo, and the Pistons. But anyway, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this random guy, 50-cent card, whatever. I just think that is cool stuff to me. So if I have this cool, like, 90s collection, it took time to curate. It shouldn't cost me $1 million. And who's to say, like, look at the Zion cards.
Yeah.
What if this guy doesn't pan out? And it's like, oh, Mac Jones, better example. This one dude I saw that I'm getting to know, he had 2 Mac Jones on sale for $650. They're signed. They're like whatever of like 50 cards. But I can only imagine what he put into them. And he's telling me, man, I got to move these cards before the stock goes down.
Yeah, because then I'm stuck holding that and I'm eating it.
Yeah. So, of course, like today, I spent $20 on a Jordan slab. And I thought, for me, I was like, that's kind of a lot for one card. And that's very,
it is. If
very
you think
small,
about it,
relatively.
yeah.
But I'm like, damn, one card. I'm used to like, yo, let me hit the dollar box and get like 20 cards.
Yeah.
So there's, of course, a place, like if you want to play that game and you got the money, I'm not telling you not to, but it's just the point of this shop I'm going to have is I want people to be able to collect what they like.
Right.
You're not going to come in there and buy stuff and flip it for a bunch of money. It's going to be priced too high. Like we talked about, the final owner, the point is you come in my shop and you get something you're going to take home to its forever home. And then maybe at one point you pass it along or something, but I don't envision me having an item that I sell for 100 and somebody sells for 100,000.
Right. I mean, there'd be a ton of meat left on that bone, and that's, by design, not going to be the plan. And I totally understand what you're saying, man, because when I got into all the elites and stuff, it was simply, and I think I've said it on this show before, basically it was a distraction from my real life. And then I finally had the hindsight to know that in a relatively short time, and I was able to say, okay, well, this clearly brings me joy. How can I do it positively and constructively that's not just me trying to ignore whatever might be after me? And I think I've since figured that out. And I got into it because I love to open them. I love to pop out the hands and pop out the heads and set up the shirt right and put the belt on them and then decide what head I want to match with which hand. Do I want them holding up the belt? Do I want them wearing the title? Do I want the shirt? Do I want them like... And then the way you display them and which shelf and which cube and which lights and next to who. And then I come in to my room here and I'm like, man, this looks really cool, And then I started to get the mentality of, okay, I can take this hobby that's bringing me joy, and then parallel to that, I can also make money with it to feed my hobby. So they're both kind of helping each other. It's like, it's not one or the other.
Right.
It's kind of this just assists this one, you know?
That's a perfect way to put it. It's like when I went to Allentown for that show with my dad, I brought like $2,000 of cash to buy, but I ended up making like $800 and I just spent my profit on new stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, that was good that I profited, but also I was able to get more inventory. So I basically traded inventory I didn't want to move for inventory I did want to have to show off in the shop. It's, you know, you don't have to be, I don't know. Yeah, you can do both. Like, you can be a collector and make money, and I think it's good that you incorporated that into your life, and it wasn't like a separate secret little thing that you hide in your closet you don't tell anybody about. You're like, this is part of my personality. Like, you're gonna find out eventually.
And you know, I wouldn't say that I've been ignoring it. You know, it's always been out there. Just go through any of my old pictures on Facebook or Instagram, and the kind of clothes that I wear and the kind of shoes that I wear, and like, you can tell right away. But that's kind of where it stopped for the most part. And now I'm kind of just letting that nerd flag fly, and I'm just going for it. And I'm finally making some friends out here. And I've recently just ventured out of WWE and Turtles only.
Wow, dude, that's big.
Yeah,
that's big.
I just sent you a text.
Okay.
I want you to open it up and look at it. I was able to get these at the shop on the homie discount, on the deep discount. So I've officially purchased my first NECA figures. I have Back to the Future 2, Marty McFly with the hoverboard.
These are
Back
sick.
to the Future 2, Biff Tannen, and Back to the Future 1, Doc Brown.
These are super sick, dude. I
Yeah.
still have mine in the box. I have 4 of them.
That's so cool.
And I'm like, I bought them at Target one day and was like, oh, I guess I'll sell these at one point. And now I don't know. And again, it's like with something like that, if the value's really never going to go up, I'll just take them out and use them in the store's display. But the thing in the store is going to be like 95% of things you see are for sale.
Yes,
even if it's on display, you can take it home.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, is this how much? Let's talk. Yeah.
Davey Bundles, always doing deals, baby.
Davey Bundles. Wait, what name did we come up for me again? What was it? It's Davey Bundles, Joey. What
Joey
was his?
Bootleg.
Joey Bootleg, Davey Bundles, and Jeffrey. You came up with it one day. I can't remember.
I did. It would take.
What did you say?
I'd have to look through too many text messages.
Oh, dude, way too many.
I don't know.
I can't recall either.
Junior McDeals? Was that it?
Junior
McDeals, bro.
What?
J.R. McDeals.
Sounds like somebody from the Burger King Kids Club.
Bro, it probably was.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah.
It's just collecting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great, man. It really has been great. And when we began the show, even still today, you know, we don't have like a specific direction that we take this in. Like, sometimes it's about wrestling, sometimes it's about cards, sometimes it's about content creation, sometimes it's about friendships or relationships or work or radio, or it can be about anything. And I think that's like the most fascinating part about sitting down with you every Sunday is I don't know what the hell we're actually going to talk about. And long gone are those early days and those first handful of episodes where I'm trying to pre-plan everything as if it's a broadcast, you know? And I'm just letting it go, dude. And it feels great.
Yeah, bro. You broke that down like so many episodes ago where it doesn't matter. Like, you have a few things in your mind that you're like, I'll probably want to talk about this. And I mean, it's a conversation, dude. That's it.
I'm curious, what would you say is the biggest fear you have opening up this shop and this venture with your dad?
My first, if I'm gonna go on pure gut reaction, honest take would be, is that I'm not gonna make enough money for rent. Which is silly because we could do that in a day.
Right.
But I guess it's that, and then it's like I want everything to look a certain way on the grand opening. So I've gotten over that because I'll say, okay, I'll open up before it's all ready so I can start selling, and then do a grand opening, like soft opening. I'll just open the doors and be like, yeah, we're open.
This is smart, yeah.
So, but at first I was like, no, I'm going to wait until it's perfect, and it's silly because it'll never be perfect. But, you know, I want my signs up. I want my mural. As long as I got stuff in the store and security cameras and I can lock it up, you can come in and buy stuff. I thought you meant
like real security. Like you're going to have Darnell there in a black tux or something.
In the world, Craig. I got a whistle.
Yeah, dude.
So that was probably the biggest fear.
You know, like here's the thing for you. And when you were talking, this is what immediately came to my mind. It was anytime that I've ever messed up on the air, right? I know that I messed up, but the audience doesn't know that I messed up. Or if you watch a wrestling match and you hear, you know, maybe something in the match didn't go the way that, you know, the wrestlers wanted it to. But guess what? Us as the audience, we didn't know that. Only they knew that. So it's like whatever pressure you're putting on yourself for this open and how perfect it has to be and how grandiose it has to be and everything has to be particular in a certain way, only you know that. The customers, the public, they don't know that. So there really is no pressure, you know?
Well said. Yeah. It's all of a majority of pressure and stress that I think everybody has, that I have, it's all self-induced. I was dealing with it this weekend too.
Really?
It was like, I have all these videos to do for this other gig that, you know, the set and everything. And like, I'm frustrated because I can't come up with the scripts because I don't have all the information I need, but I have most of it. And then I'm feeling like, oh, I haven't done enough. And then I've got this other client I'm working with, and then I've got the shop. And when you do that and you overwhelm yourself with like trying to be too many places at once, you can never focus and be present, like you talked in mindfulness.
Yeah.
Long enough on the one task that you need to get done. And so yesterday and today I said, all right, let me just focus on one thing, one video, get that done, and boom, check one off the list. That's all you can do.
That's it, man. Really, it's just one thing at a time, dude. You know, it's that's it.
Whoever tells you multitasking is a good thing is misunderstood. They don't understand. It's you can have a lot of things. Yeah, you can have a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a task, just do the one task and then go to the next one.
Well, think about it like this. When I'm DJing a gig like I'm about to do October 28th at Out the Box in Thornton, Colorado from 11 a.m. to 4:20 p.m.
420, what you smoking?
It's Colorado. Who fucking knows, dude? But it's like, okay, not only do I have to mix the songs, not only do I have to pick the songs, and I got to decide what I'm going to play next, but then I also got to decide what am I going to say on the microphone. And then if they don't react to this, what am I going to play here? How am I going to, it's like Tetris.
It's a flow chart. You're like, if yes, if no.
Yeah, you could say that you're multitasking, but really it's kind of like you're doing one task, but there's just a ton of micro tasks within that one thing. Yep. You know? And I think that's where people often say, oh, well, I'm a multi. It's like, well, no, you're not going to drive a car and type an essay at the same time, you know?
Exactly. Well,
though most kids would try nowadays.
Yeah, seriously. No, I think that paints the picture very well. So the last thing before we wrap up, I'm conscious of time because I want to make sure you hit that kickoff.
It's coming up, dude.
Yeah. Halloween. So you're doing this DJing the party.
Yep.
Costume. Tell me about what's your costume. Have you thought about it? You have it figured out?
Hold on.
Oh, we're going to get a live look here at this costume, folks. I'm excited. I already know my costume. So JR just got up and he's going to the other room. I think he's going to get his costume. I hope he is. Or a version of it. Oh, dude, there it is. Bro, it's Homie Jones.
Okay, so I can't see anything because I'm not wearing my glasses. But basically, I scored this NECA Casey Jones mask for $15 at the shop.
Dang.
Right? It's retailing for like 70. And I said, oh, wow. All I need is a pair of gray sweatpants, a tank top, and like a golf club or a baseball. I'm going to be Casey Jones.
Dude, what an just low-hanging fruit costume.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. And now I'm going to take this off.
Yo. Dude.
So, yeah, I'm going to be Casey Jones. The girl's actually flying in. She's going to be April O'Neil. No, I'm kidding. That'd be a dream come true.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to go as Casey, dude. What about you? Do you have any like Halloween plans at all?
I do, bro. You're going to be jealous and excited for me, okay?
You mother grabber.
So, I'm going to show you my costume. I got a pic.
I just realized I just walked onto the podcast wearing that mask. For those of you who are just listening, you're like, why does his voice sound that way? Just put it in your mind. I'm wearing a Casey Jones mask.
When you left, I kind of explained. I was like, oh, JR just left, and I think he's probably about to go pull his costume, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
All right, so I just texted you my costume.
Oh, dude.
And I'm going to Nashville. I'm going to Juliana's party. She throws that 11's friends party, and I was like, you know what?
That's right.
I haven't seen her in a while, and I kind of owe her a visit, so going to Nashville for the weekend.
Wow, dude.
And my costume is almost done.
No way. You're gonna be the guy that plays quarters with Jordan?
Yeah, bro. So it's like a navy jacket. I already bought the Jordan pin on eBay.
Okay.
Then there's a little tag I got to make. I think it says United Center Security. So you got to put that there. I got the wig. I got the glasses. I'm going to shave, so I just have a mustache. I might even have to add a little like blonde to the mustache. And then it's like gray slacks, white shirt. And I found a tie that looks really close to the guy's tie. So rest in peace to John Michael Wozniak, the guy we're talking about, the Jordan Shrug security guard. I mean, The Last Dance released like months after he passed away.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and I think he was battling cancer, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure about that, but man, that guy delivered like one of the most like iconic memes.
Yeah.
Besides like the Jordan doing, I took that personally, it's John Michael Wozniak doing the shrug right in front of Jordan. I'm going to watch this $20 roll in my pocket.
Yeah, he beat him straight up. We all saw it.
He's like, your stuff rolls up there. He's like, yeah, watch this 20 roll right into my pocket. So I thought it was a good like cultural meme, and if a couple people get it, I'll be excited. Yeah. And
leave it to Dave.
Pocket full of quarters.
Right, leave it to you to have a Halloween costume based off The Last Dance, which you've now mentioned in every episode that we have ever done so far.
Check.
It's too good, man. Yep. Anyhow, we're gonna wrap this one up. Just a little tease here for next week, because we are in the spooky season. We are in the Halloween spirit around here. Even though Walmart and everywhere else already has up their Christmas stuff.
Too soon.
Horseradish, right? Next week we're gonna get a little bit local. Me and Dave, both from Maine. Dave's living back up in P-Town, Bub, and we're going to talk about Maine hauntings and Maine folklore. So get ready.
We've been wanting to do this one for a while.
We really have. Since like the conception of this program.
We like held off till like almost a full year.
Yeah, we're like, well, no, it has to be during the Halloween time. But I think at like one point I was like, screw it, man. Let's just do it. We're like, no, we got to wait. So yeah, just think of any Maine hauntings and spooky stories that you may have heard growing up, and send them our way.
Yeah.
We are going to discuss quite a few next week on Hangin' with Homie. Kind of think of like, are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what was that line they always said before they went into the actual tale? Submitted for approval by the Midnight Society. Yes. And then you throw the,
yes,
dude. We're gonna try to do all that stuff, so it'll be fun. Anyhow, For Dave, my name is JR. This has been Hanging with Homie. Please like, comment, and share this podcast. And above all else, and most importantly, remember, it's cool to be you. Peace.